Hello, hello, hello. Good evening, everyone. And happy Women's Day. My name is Dana, as most of you know. I'm 40 years old, and I'm so pleased to be here tonight, in specific on Women's Day, with one of the women that is closest to me in my life. I'll tell you a little bit more about myself, and then I'll wait and I'll tell you a little bit more about myself when I come back and tell you about our amazing products. Welcome to our Jeunesse Product and Business Opportunity live webinar, which we do every Wednesday night to support our teams, to encourage them to learn more and just pump up their energy and feel re-energized with their motivation to do this amazing opportunity and profession, really, and also to introduce it to new people that would be looking into this opportunity that might be joining us here in the UAE or abroad. As I was saying, I'm so pleased to be here tonight with a very close friend of mine on Women's Day. And now this woman has been a really fantastic colleague, both in the corporate world and now in Jeunesse, working with me very closely, and is growing into to be one of the closest women in my life. It's an honor for me to introduce you to Rowena West, who's going to be walking us through the company background, a little bit about our mission statement, who we are, and where we're coming from. Welcome, Rowena.
Hi, everyone. Thank you, Dana, for that wonderful introduction. I am also thrilled to be here with you and share Women's Day today with everyone, including the men. So
fantastic.
Just first, I'm going to tell you a little bit about the company, where the company is now and also where it started. But I'll just tell you first a little bit about me and where I've come from to be here today. So my name is Rowena. I'm 43 years old. I'm a landscape architect and a project manager, and I have worked now in the corporate world for well over 15 years. And I'm fortunate enough to have worked in the UAE and the region, including India, for the last 10 years. Had a really successful career, had several of my projects built, which I'm really proud of, and developed some really strong relationships and learned a lot, obviously, and developed myself. However, late last year, in about September last year, I was beginning to feel a little stagnant in my career. And that's partly me. I wanted a bit of a change, and also partly there wasn't really room to move up in the company I was with, and I wasn't feeling like my career was moving forward. I'm very passionate about working with people. I'm very passionate about helping people's careers, working in a team, and improving things and innovating. So I felt that energy and passion really wasn't being used or actioned. So I decided to pursue my passion for art. Now, I've always been an artist, and it comes from my mother since a very young age. I've never done it professionally. I've just always kept it up as a hobby. And it was time to try it as a business. So I started doing greetings cards and wrapping paper and paintings to sell at the markets here. Around about the same time, Dana, who I've known for well over 10 years, we met when I first came to Dubai in the professional world, came back into my life as a little Jeunesse bombshell. She was starting her new venture, and I saw that she was selling some skincare products as part of this Jeunesse venture and adventure. And I wanted to support her, so I purchased some of the creams. When she handed over the creams to me, she exuded Jeunesse with such passion and excitement, and she was so happy. I wanted to be part of it from that day. She might not know that, but I was in. And looking back now, it was the perfect complement to the sometimes solitary role of an artist, working on your own often. And it also gave me the project management side that I did miss about the corporate world. And so I had the social interaction, I had the working with people, I had the personal growth alongside the art. So I'm working on both of those, and that's how I got into Jeunesse, through Dana. So that's me. So now I'll go, if Dana, you could do the next slide. I'll start telling you a bit about the company. So we live Jeunesse. So Jeunesse is a French word that means youth. And of course, that's very apt for the company who's all about youth enhancement and vitality, living longer, enjoying life. It was founded in 2009. So now 7 years ago now. It was founded on the 9th day of the 9th month in 2009, which is very important because the number 9 means longevity. And again, Jeunesse is all about living longer and feeling younger. Now, we're a mission-driven company, so this is the mission statement. The Jeunesse family creates positive impact in the world by helping people look and feel young while empowering each other to unleash our potential. Now, the more I read this, the more depth it has, and I realize that it can mean so many different things to so many different people. It's succinct, but if you think about looking and feeling young, that's not only through the use of the products, but it's through the teamwork and the positivity and the success. Because if you're happy and successful and not so stressed, you'll look younger because you're feeling younger. And then unleashing each other's potential. Our potential could mean different things to different people. It might simply be your health potential. It might be your earning potential. It might be your potential to improve as a business person or as your personal development. So I love the mission statement, and you can see that it really is adhered to throughout. So how did it start? As I said, Jeunesse was founded in 2009, and you can see here Randy Ray and Wendy Lewis, the Chief Executive Officer and the Chief Operations Officer. Now, they were already multimillionaires in their own right before Jeunesse was founded, and Jeunesse really wasn't founded to make money. Randy is a software engineer by background, and he's developed software for NASA, which is still in use. Wendy was actually, before she met Randy, she was a maths teacher, and they now complement each other in business. They've had several successful businesses before, as I said, and they tried to retire a few times. But Randy had some knee issues, and it came to a point where it was so bad that he couldn't walk, and due to his age and weight, the traditional surgery wasn't recommended, and it was quite risky. So they looked for some alternatives, and they had the money, and they approached the top doctors and scientists in Hollywood and met Dr. Nathan Newman, who is a stem cell specialist. And what Dr. Nathan Newman offered Randy was to use his stem cells from his fatty tissue to inject into his knee and regrow his kneecap. And that was successful. But at the same time, Wendy noticed that Dr. Nathan Newman was selling a serum. And this was being sold as a post-operative healing serum and for skin conditions to rejuvenate the skin and heal it quicker. But what it also does is reduce wrinkles and give that youthful look to otherwise normal skin. And that's the product that launched Jeunesse. So Scott Lewis on the right, he is Wendy's son, and he's the Chief Visionary Officer. He is really the energy behind taking this global and wanting Jeunesse to be a household name all around the world. And you can, when you hear him speak and you see him, you can just see that energy and passion. He's so driven with his vision. Next slide, please. Thanks. So Jeunesse Kids. Now, this is something that I found out after I joined Jeunesse, but it's something that's dear to my heart, and I would love to get involved with in the future, which is the charity part of Jeunesse, which is Jeunesse Kids. What I didn't tell you earlier was that Randy Ray actually came from a very underprivileged family. He's of Cherokee Indian origin, and he often went hungry. They were sharecroppers in America, and he used to mix mud with water with his brothers and eat that to feel full. So when he was 14, he said to his mum and made a promise to himself that he would try, if he could, when he grew up, to not let children go hungry. And he also said that he was going to be a millionaire by the age of 30. Now, he did this at the age of 27. And now Jeunesse Kids feeds more than 10 million children a year, which is pretty incredible. Next slide, please, Donna. Thank you. So now a few numbers for those out there that like numbers and facts. I'm not going to read them all. You can see how incredible the company is by these. The bottom left one, though, is important. And Jeunesse achieved over 1 billion in sales in 2015. That's only 6 years after it was founded. And to put that into some kind of context, that's up there with the likes of Amazon and Google and Facebook. And in fact, it actually beat Microsoft, who took longer to do it. So that first billion in sales was important. And the other today, I think we can mention, is the most influential woman in business and in the direct selling news. Wendy Lewis has had that twice in 2012 and 15. So since it was founded, Jeunesse has won 117 awards, and these vary from the Businesswoman of the Year to how good their compensation plan is, and various other business awards. Here we can see the sales growth, and in its first year, 2009, Jeunesse sold $30 million, and each year since then it has doubled, 30 to 65 to 127, and so on, until 2015 when it hit $1.1 billion. And I think on the next slide we're going to see that, yeah. So in last year, Jeunesse hit 1.4 billion, which is incredible, really exciting. And it's truly a global company. We ship to more than, in fact, this slide is slightly out of date because it's growing daily, the countries. It's now over 160 countries. We launched in some new countries here in the MENA region late last year, including Egypt and Jordan, Saudi Arabia, Kuwait, and Qatar. And so it really means that your business can grow all over the world. All the heavy lifting of shipping and ordering products and all those issues such as taxing and certification is all done for you. So you might have a friend in Australia who wants to order the product, and that's all done online and is replicated throughout the world. And here are the industries that that Jeunesse is in. It's a whole range of products, which Dana's going to tell you about in more detail later, but they cover, which is amazing, they cover 4 of the big industries in the world. Skincare on the top left, you can see, is $262 billion a year spent on that industry. And then we have wellness and the weight management and the energy drinks, which combined, I think, are over $400 billion. And what's now really exciting is Jeunesse, a few weeks ago in Vegas, they launched a new product which takes them into the cosmetic industry, and that is a spray mist foundation. So I'm really excited about that because that opens a whole new client base and customer base, and it's actually a foundation that's actually good for your skin as well. So I'm really looking forward to when that's going to come to Dubai. And now I'm going to hand back over to Dana. So she's going to tell us more about the science behind the products and how they work in our body. And thank you everyone for this evening. It's my first time. I'm thoroughly enjoying it, and I'm excited to be here, and enjoy the rest of the webinar.
Rowena, thank you so much for that. That was really lovely, really clear, and just, it's, like I said, such an honor to be here with you on Women's Day, one of my closest friends and somebody who I love and trust in with everything, with my business as much as I do with my family. So brilliant to have you here. So just to continue on, as Rowena was saying, she's drawn your attention to the amount of money that's spent on the industries that we're on. They're very intelligent industries to to be participating in, and you know, nobody woke up wanting to look old. So in general, the youth enhancement system, which is what we call our overall products, and the abbreviation is YES, which I absolutely love, is what you see in front of you here on the screen. Missing, just as Rowena just mentioned, we've just entered one other really huge industry, which is the cosmetic industry. Now, another thing I want to say before moving on from here is that we're a company who truly believes that beauty starts from the inside out. So as you can see with our product range, is that we don't only address anti-aging from the symptoms, like dealing with, you know, dry skin or wrinkles or tiredness, you know, and something that would superficially deal with that, or almost like placing a plaster over it, just temporarily subduing the aging symptoms. But we are a company who truly believe in going and looking at why we age, and really the research is about the causes of aging, and that's why we're working from products that start from the inside out, and I'm going to walk you through them one at a time. And when we're talking about research, really we've got behind us a panel of doctors, the scientific advisory board, who are really at the top of their game. Because, as you'll see later on, different from traditional marketing, in this business model, in the network businessing model, what we do is you know, you're sitting there and these companies are looking at the competition saying, okay, well, there's a lot of people working on anti-aging. How are we going to stand out? So they look at their business model, they look at the budget, and they say, well, you know what? We're not going to spend any money on advertising. We're going to take that money and we're going to do two things with it. We're going to spend it on the research and development, and we're going to spend it on the awesome, fantastic distributors, which are really, we're all customers of Jeunesse, who promote and believe in the products. And so they'd rather see the money come back into our hands and be spent on these scientists. We can afford the best in the world. Because of that business model. Dr. Nathan Newman is the doctor that Rowena mentioned earlier, that the founders of Jeunesse were in contact with through their clinical kind of the follow-up treatments after Randy's procedure, which ended up in the creation of Jeunesse through the science behind the serum that Dr. Nathan Newman. He's the top of the leading scientists in stem cell technology. Dr. G.M. Papa created a good part of our nutritional line, focusing on the AM/PM. He spent over 12 years. He's a Nobel laureate, and I'll tell you more about this as we go through the products. Dr. Amzalag is a wealth of knowledge, and Dr. Anantaras works on the physiology, and they work in conjunction together to provide support to us. Even just today, I received an email response from an email that I actually sent addressed to Dr. Amzalag with regards to one of my teammates' reactions to AM/PM, making sure that we're taking it okay. And just so you know, actually, it's advised to have it with food, because his tummy was feeling a little bit sensitive. But you know, they will address anything. You know, you've got a little concern, if you've got a question, a suggestion, they will respond to our questions, and these are our board, and we can access them from our back office. So this is the skincare line. Now, the star of the show really is the serum, and the way this functions, we mentioned stem cells a lot. Now, stem cell technology is so important both to the medical world as well as the cosmetic world. They are saving lives using stem cells. They can recreate organs using stem cells, and really miracles are being performed now during stem cells. Now, we don't actually have any human stem cells in our products, but what we have in our products is the communication messenger, which basically tells your stem cells to wake up and rejuvenate. Usually your stem cells are dormant unless you have a disease or an injury, in which case they're stimulated to do their job, which is to repair and rejuvenate the skin. So what's happening when we're using these products is we're repairing and rejuvenating the skin without prior cause or injury. So it stimulates the stem cells to wake up, and the result is, you know, anything that you would get with a younger cell. So more elasticity, more collagen, tighter skin, smaller pores, and massively reduced wrinkles. In fact, in a test study that was done by a third party, 100% of the people who were involved in the test, which had nothing to do with themselves, with the Jeunesse Company, 100% of them said that they would recommend it to their friends and family, which I'm the same. I would recommend this to everybody that I love. So we start with the serum. That's the star of the show, and the rest of the products are the supporting cast. So, sorry, excuse me. The cleanser basically prepares your skin to receive the serum. So it's a deep pore cleanse. So it's removing all the impurities and the debris from the pores. Otherwise, the serum won't, it maximizes the function of the serum by cleaning the cells and the pores so that the serum can be received. And if you're going to be growing new stem cells, obviously you're using stem cell serum to stimulate your stem cells, and you might as well get the best quality stem cells or new skin cells, and that's by feeding them with the vitamins and antioxidants in the night cream. Now you go through the same step 1 and step 2 in the morning, cleanse and serum, and then you would move into protecting your skin during the day with our day moisturizer, which also has a SPF 30, protecting your skin. It's a filter, really. It lets in what's good and keeps out what's not. We've got a fantastic body rejuvenation lotion, which does the same thing the serum does, but for the body. So getting rid of the old cells, rejuvenating your cells, assisting with scarring, with cellulite, with collagen. It's amazing product. Absolutely love it. And we have an instant lift, which does exactly what it says. It gives you an instant lift, and as well as the brightener, which isn't here yet in the Middle East, but we're super excited about it. Now, here are some results, which is so nice to have this results page that is actually directly from our team. That is me on the top left. I'm sorry, the picture is fuzzy. It was taken with my phone. And to be honest, I took the first picture as a skeptic. I was going to be like, I'm going to try the products and see how we get on. And I was blown away by the results. And this is not just from the skincare. This is really also from detoxing my body and also feeding and supplementing my cells. You can see Katja, one of our close teammates and friends in the middle, who suffered from hyperpigmentation. Absolutely phenomenal results. And again, with a sunspot down on the bottom left with Martin Venter, also one of our teammates, and Fabian, who is in our team in Germany, one of the great leaders there in Germany, actually. And you can see, the guy on the left of the picture has a completely different life than the guy on the right. Now, we're talking about, this isn't just about vanity or aesthetic. This is also about confidence and feeling good and feeling healthy. And I love that. It means the world to me that I get messages from people all around the world that are using our products to say, thank you, it's made me feel so great. Now, this is another part of our skincare range. So the Luminous is really about to rejuvenate, and this is to diminish. And it just diminishes some of the appearance of the aging on the skin. I don't know if you can hear my cat in the background meowing. I'm sorry if you can. We're all just casual, and which is really cool. So yes, this one is so much fun. You literally, it's 2 minutes to ageless. You just apply it on your skin, and within a couple of minutes, I mean, the box recommends 2 minutes, 2 to 3 minutes. I think if you can keep your face still after you apply it for a little bit longer, like up to 5 minutes, it really soaks up into the muscles, which is what it does. It just, it's mainly water. It has a couple of silicas and a protein peptide, and it just, it's the same as if you picture that, imagine a plant wilting, and it's just wrinkled and wilty and droopy. And imagine filling the cells of that plant with water. It's just going to become tight and firm, and turgid is really the word, the scientific word. It does the same thing. It causes your cells to soak up that water, tightening the skin and closing the pores, and immediately diminishing for up to between 4 to 8 hours the wrinkles, the puffiness, reducing the pores. People are having so much fun with this product. I literally had an order for 25 boxes of, well, yeah, 25. I had 5 at home and 20 that I purchased from our awesome services, which, as Rowena said, are in over 161 different countries. People love it. It's a really fun product. Now, for me, really, some of my favorite. I love everything. I'm not going to call, you'll hear me say, this is my favorite, this is my favorite, this is my favorite, because I sincerely, hand on heart, love every single one of our products. This is a very strong antioxidant. It basically contains, you know, we had a really big chat today about oxidation and antioxidants and why we need them for our body. And it's just, it really is, you know, we do have naturally occurring antioxidants that are in our cells, because the same process that would affect a fruit when you cut it open, or iron when it's left exposed to oxidation, to oxygen, it happens inside our cell, and it actually causes a lot of damage and a lot of premature aging. It's caused by the damage of free radicals. It doesn't matter how healthy our lifestyle is, at the end of the day, our life is slightly off kiltered, you know. First of all, we're not getting our food close to source, which means it's picked raw. It's not actually, even if it's organic, it might be organic from Spain. So even if you are eating organic, try and eat it from as close as possible, hopefully local. But when it comes to the antioxidant fruits like acai, aloe vera, blueberries, pomegranate, some of these are actually hard to find near where you live. So we're shipping our foods from far away. And even if we were getting the best quality of it, we're still faced with a disbalance when it comes to pollution and other causes of things that cause free radicals. So we do need to supplement our body with extra antioxidants to flush them out. And this is one of the most powerful ones. And one of the things that's really cool about it is it's very bioavailable, which means your cells just drink it up. And it's extremely effective, because there's no use taking an antioxidant if it's not available biologically. So that term bioavailable just means it's easy to absorb and take it in. It's actually delicious, and it's a huge, the benefits of it are increase in power, it increases your immune system, it speeds up your response time, it just gives you loads of energy, cleanses your body from toxins, and actually, so when you're dealing with your skin and agonizing over the surface, really your skin is a third lung, and it's a filter, and the toxins are coming through it. So when you're flushing your body from toxins, you're actually improving the functionality of everything. Everything's running better, not just the appearance, but just how your organs work, how your digestive system works. Everything runs purer on a clean set, on a clean oil, on clean blood, same as you change the oil of your car. Absolutely love it. As you can tell, just check on how we're doing time-wise. Okay, we're doing great. So here's our AM/PM. As I said earlier, Dr. Giampapa's research and in these products, it's been actually, the formula has been nominated twice for a Nobel Prize. We didn't actually win the Nobel Prize, but I think a double nomination is quite a huge compliment or accolade to testify about how amazing these products are. Dr. Giampapa is also currently, he is creating supplements for NASA astronauts. And, you know, the instructions are very simple. AM you take in the morning, and PM you take in the evening. Now, there are so many ingredients that they've literally, you have to peel open the label to see. So they've created a double label to fit in all the ingredients. So it's got all your vitamins, all your daily minerals, all your free radical scavengers, DNA repair, probiotic enzymes. You know, it's just fabulous. So within the 2 tablets in the morning and the 2 in the evening, so the total of 4 tablets, you're getting your daily requirements for, you know, what you would usually buy 7 or 8 different bottles of supplements. The difference between the AM and the PM tablets, or the AM ones, have a little bit of extra ingredients to help you feel alert and awake without the harmful effects of caffeine. And the PM ones have a little bit of melatonin, which is going to help you go into a deep sleep where you're doing all your repair work and just getting all that fabulous goodness that sleep does to the body, which is also a sign of aging. Not being able to get into that deeper cycle of sleep is something that happens with age. I'm really sorry, I'm feeling a little unwell, but I'm still here for you guys, trucking on through. So going on to the Affinity. Now, this is one of our pride and joy products. And the science behind Finity actually did win a Nobel Prize, and it was for the discovery of something called a telomere. Now, in brief, without getting too geeky science about it, it's a cap that protects your DNA, and the cap just starts to fray and thin with time, and the information just bleeds out. So the expression of the DNA is faded. So we're getting the gray hairs, loss of your memory, loss of your muscle mass, the wrinkles, just, you know, the loss of the quality of how your DNA is expressed. TA65, which is a patent formula, which is in our Finity product, it re-heals and re-welds the end of your DNA cap. It actually lengthens and heals and seals that DNA cap, which is just really actually quite miraculous. Like, I don't even know, you know, we're using it. I don't even know if we really take in how privileged we are to have this. This was something that was previously only available to dignitaries because it was so expensive, but now through network marketing has become something that's accessible to the whole world. The last product I'm going to tell you about, and you're going to have to bear with me tonight because I'm going to still be around to tell you a little bit more about how we make our money with Jeunesse and our award-winning compensation plan. So this last product, Zen, it really, again, like I said, all of our products address the the cause of aging. Now, weight gain is actually part of aging, because after a while, your metabolism doesn't balance itself anymore. You don't sense when you're full, and you don't release fat when you should. So by nature, our body should actually naturally come to a balancing point. We shouldn't eat beyond when we're full. We should just sense when we're full and stop. And same goes for the storage of fat. We shouldn't be storing fat when we don't need to. Now, the three products that we have are the Zen Shape, which is the tablets, which has green mango, green tea, and African mango, sorry, green tea and raspberry ketones. And this helps you feel satiated, feel full, without external impacts. It stimulates your body to sense the leptin, which makes you feel full. It also helps you release the fat from the fat cells. The Zen Pro, which is our shake, and that one can be used as a meal supplement, or if you are weightlifting and exercising and burning quite a bit of calories, you could actually use that in between meals, but it's usually recommended as a meal supplement. And of course, we have our amazing formula of amino acids, which are, you know, I don't know that much about weightlifting myself because I don't do much weightlifting. I used to do quite a bit of weights when I did martial arts, but that was well before Jeunesse, and so I haven't looked into it. But I know from the people that are using it that the amino acids are the top of the line, and they're exactly the form your body needs to help it build muscle, and it's absolutely fabulous. Now, moving on, really for me, Jeunesse came into my life at a moment where what looked like on the outside a perfect life. I'm 40 years old. I'm originally from Jordan, and I met Rowena, as she told you, through the corporate world in the landscape industry as a horticulturalist and an environmental scientist. And I left my career around 4 years ago. And I left my career to start my family. And somewhere along the line, when my kids were getting closer to the age of going to school, we couldn't really justify the family continuing on one budget. And at the same time, in a little image of what would be a perfect, lovely little family, I just had this moment where out of the blue, I felt old and tired. And being a mother is very important, but I was lacking in stimulation. I felt like my skills, whether that's my professional skills, my interpersonal skills with other adults, were not being utilized. And I was looking for something to feel significant and actually, you know, enjoy doing both. Like, especially today on Mother's Day, I want to address this, that we can do both, women. We can be, and the men out there who support their women, you know, we can have a career and we can be a mom and continue to do both successfully. And that's very much what the Jeunesse Oppurtunity has empowered me to do. And I want to continue to empower other women to do the same whether you've got a full-time career or not, doing something that's about you, that is your business, your project, you're your own entrepreneur, can be so fulfilling and so empowering. And obviously this also applies for the men. You know, I'm just addressing it to the women today because of Women's Day. And of course, we've all wondered, like, what would life be like if we had more time freedom, if we had the, you know, money isn't everything in the world, but it's quite important. We live on the grid, we need it, you know. And if you had to concern yourself about the lack of money all the time, it preoccupies the times where you could be feeling happy and really living your life to your full potential. And whether you're very happy in your career or not, you know, looking at a plan like Jeunesse might help rejig that retirement plan, bringing, you know, that freedom to a point where you're, that retirement where you're younger, and is just something that I absolutely love. So we're going to dive right into it. So as I said earlier, we base ourselves on an industry that's all about trust and word of mouth. We don't spend the money on the advertising. Now, the most trusted form of marketing is actually the word of mouth. Is, you know, it's the same way things happen. Like, you know, network marketing has been going on for ages, but they haven't had the advantages that we do with modern technology. And it's like what happens on Facebook. You see something, you like it, you share it, and it goes viral. So imagine you've come across these products and an opportunity, and you, both of them you want to share because you care for the world around you. You see people who need either their lives to be changed through the use of the products and improve their life through the products, or through the opportunity. You see something, you like it, you share it, and that's just how we live our life on a daily basis. And I really see this not just about the products. For sure, people try the products, they love the products and share them. We reach 1.4 billion based on referrals. Our only tool to sell is referrals. So, you know, obviously the products are great, so people are referring them, but so is the business opportunity. And so we refer it as well. You never feel like you're taking something from someone by offering them the opportunity. You're doing the opposite. You've got a gift, go out and share it. You found a way to create a residual income. You found a way to make your dreams come true. We were always learning from each other. And earlier this week on Monday night, one of our close colleagues, Joe, had said, you know, that he was asked the question is what you're doing right now going to make your dreams come true? And if the answer is no, you need to get back into that zone where you're dreaming big and find a way that can make your dreams come true. Now, I already mentioned this a little bit when I was talking about that we spend money on our doctors and our research and development, but this is, as you can see, in traditional markets, we spend millions a week on advertising and endorsements, on actors, on retail shops, on rent, on employees in the retail shops. Whereas in network marketing, the millions are spent on people like you and I, including the doctors. They want to reach their full potential, you know, and they reach their full potential because the budget goes on the normal people like you and I who love and care for the products and the opportunity and want to share it. Now, we've got 6 different ways to make money in Jeunesse. I'm just going to tell you about the top 4, and I'm going to keep it brief. So the first one is really quite simple. You buy at a wholesale price and you sell at a retail price. Now, this doesn't mean that you need to go stock up on a ton of product and then share it and sell it to people. You could do that. You can make a sell and get cash in hand if you want to, but it's much simpler than that because you can share your link to, as Rowena said, over 161 different countries. So you each get your own Jeunesse website, and you just refer people to go there. They purchase the product. The difference between the wholesale cost and the retail cost go to you. So the wholesale cost that the customer paid goes to the company, and the difference between the retail and wholesale goes to you in your back office wallet simply for recommending the product. Now, the second way of making income in Jeunesse is something called a first order bonus. Now, anybody who wants to join Jeunesse and become a distributor, not only do we strongly recommend that you try the product, we pretty much feel like you must try the product, right? I'm not going to be able to bottle and sell water if I don't have a water well, right? I'm not going to be able to sell products if I don't have products, but I also cannot promote products if I haven't tried products. So the first thing that a distributor is going to do is purchase their personal package of product, or maybe more, depending on how big they want to come in. Some people are like, I want to run this business, I'm going to get in big, and they do. They try the products, share the products, sell the products, and probably make their money back immediately. But the other cool thing that happens is that as a bonus and recognition that you've brought this person into the industry, the company, not the person you've added, their money goes to purchase product on a discounted rate, but the company says thank you by giving you between $250 to $25 to $250. So 2 ways easy, we're clear: wholesale, retail, and first order bonus or new customer acquisition. So when you get a new person into this awesome business, the company sends you a little thank you by giving you a little bonus, right? So this is when things get super exciting. And this is really when things shift from active income to residual income. So the first 2 ways, you're actively selling and you're actively out there, speaking to people, introducing the company, introducing the products and the opportunity. So those are the active ways of income. Now, this is also active, but it's kind of on the residual side, because as your team starts to grow, the company, so in order to be entitled to this third way of making money, you need to get at least 2 people in your team. We function on a binary system. Now, some multi-level markets or community commerce, they function on a single line, which usually means your upline can help you. Now, our line goes click and breaks down into a triangle, which means the people above you help you as well. So the line keeps adding. Now, I don't want to get complicated. The person who invited you here will explain it. But what I want to say is that this is where you start getting recognized for volume. Okay, so each product, it has something called a commissionable volume. So it's simple. It's basically the volume on which you're going to be paid commission. And when you and your team move in total 900 points or 900 points of commissionable volume, you get awarded $35 US, right? This happens, basically imagine a door, and behind that door is $35. You need one side of your team to make 600 points and the other side to make 300. You've got the 2 keys, you put it in, unlock, and that money comes out. Now, sometimes you might create lots of points on one side. They won't disappear. They're sat there, they're waiting. They're like, okay, match it with the 300 on the other side, and the money unlocks. And in the beginning, this might seem a bit slow, but at some point, as your teams grow, you see that you're making cycles on a daily basis. It's really fun. It's so fantastic. And here is where your leadership skills come in, because you got to teach your team how to run the business, how to introduce people, and then the volume starts to come in. Now, the real leadership skills come when you start growing a big enough team that you really are recognized as a leader yourself. As I said, when you get your first 2, you graduate from becoming a distributor, from being a distributor to becoming an executive. The next rank up is called Jade, and this is when you have 8 distributors. You become entitled to 20% of the cycle commissions of the first line of the people you introduced. Now, you can imagine that this is where things get really exciting. The numbers are exponential. So really, we call it a leadership rank, is because you have to lead and guide and mentor and coach these people. And that's why the company recognizes you by matching their bonuses up to 7 generations, up to 7 lines down of people who introduce people who introduce people, etc., etc. You are their leader, you are creating your team, you are guiding them through the business. And as a recognition that you're doing that, obviously your team are making money and you're matching their bonuses or you're matching their commissions with bonuses, because you're actually being a great leader and showing them the ropes and showing them how it's done. Now, there are several lifestyle rewards. We've got actually a really exciting promotion, cash promotion that's going on right now. Whether you have joined already or you're already in, you're entitled to participate in this in this promotion. And you need to, if you're a new distributor, you need to come in on a what is called a Pearl package and above on the Supreme packages. And if you are an existing distributor and have one of the packages, you have to actually, you know, upgrade to the Supreme packages to be entitled. And in a nutshell, we're entitled to cash bonuses for increasing our rank. So it's an incentive, you know, and you can earn up to 3,500. And the sooner you start, the more time you've got, the sooner you start working on this, because we have up until the end of May to meet certain personal group volume, you and the people that you enroll, in order to get amazing cash bonuses. That's just an example. Now, some of the teams will be traveling to Cancun with their travel points. There are fantastic holidays and so many different rewards that the company provides us. It's just amazing. I'm going to quickly run you through some of our startup tips, okay? So obviously the first thing you're going to do is choose a package, choose the products that you feel you want to represent. Like I said, if you're new listening in tonight and you want to participate on our Ignite promo, you're starting from Pearl and above. And to be honest, that is, to me, my favorite place to start from, because it has the entire skincare line as well as one each of the nutritional line. And I think these work beautifully in synergy with each other. So it's actually, not only is it a great promo in that sense, it also means that you are skipping the rank advancements and already entitled to make money within your structure. And I'm going to leave that to the person who invited you to explain a little bit more. So choose your package, choose your products. And really, you know, we recommend you join our autoship, because that keeps your membership valid by you consuming one product a month, which is no big ask. You know, it's only 60 points. So that's as little as $100 a month qualifies you. And it's a product usually that you want to renew because you're using it anyways, because as loyal distributors or promoters, we're constantly using the products, and it's an easy way to qualify for your distributor position staying valid and staying in action. Start using your products. Share the products and the opportunity. You know, that's really, like, obviously there's a game plan. We love to coach our teams. We love to teach you how to do it. And there's so many opportunities for you to take this further with our guidance and refer back to the person who told you about this webinar, and really just start anew tomorrow. And you know, this just shows you some examples of the packages. Like I said, from a Supreme package upwards, you're going to be entitled to be part of our great promo. And you know, I just actually want to remind everybody, obviously, that we've got our live presentation on Monday night, and that we love you guys. We love you all. We're one team, one family, one Jeunesse. We're here for you, to support you. And I don't know, Rowena, if you want to come back, if you have any last words, anything you want to say.
Well, thank you, Donna. I think we need to say a huge thank you for you to getting through the whole thing pretty much today. And anyone listening new, talk to whoever invited you. I can't tell you in 5 months how Jeunesse has just changed my life, really. From, I'm so much happier, I'm surrounded by positivity. My relationship with my husband is better. I'm not coming home unhappy with work, and I'm growing so much as a person. There's so much more to the business than just the selling of the products and making money. Like Dana said, you grow as a person. You can develop business skills, presentation skills, meet people from all over the world with all different backgrounds. And the platform and the model, the more I look at it, the more I learn about it, the more brilliant I think it is. And I love it. I'm loving it every day. And being part of this and being on tonight has one more step in my journey. And I thank you very much.
You were fantastic, Rowena. You really were lovely. And as Rowena's saying, you know, like around 20% of this is about technical skill. All of us are constantly learning. But really, the beauty about it is that the skills you learn in Jeunesse, in the personal development, are things that you carry in everything. As Rowena's saying, even in your personal relationships, in any other professions that you're doing alongside Jeunesse. The journey is fantastic. We're all very excited about it. And currently, we are actually giving our business an extra push during our 90-day run. And I also want to remind everybody, our Double Diamond upline, Calvin, will be live in 10 minutes on his Facebook Live, giving us his tips for success as well. And I just want to wish everybody a good night. And thanks, Rowena, again for being here.
No, thank you, Donna. And happy Women's Day, everyone.
Happy Women's
Enjoy
Day.
the rest of it.
Okay, good night, everybody.
Good night.
Big love.
Bye.